Our top story tonight is about Bangladesh. As tensions and turmoil roil the country, its social media has been replete with stories blaming India for the floods in the country. There are claims that Bangladesh is facing sudden floods due to the opening of a dam. But just because the internet is saying that, or there are claims, does not make that true. In fact, it is not true. In a press release today, the Indian External Affairs Ministry has categorically denied the charge, saying that the reports are factually not correct. There's also something deeply troubling about these allegations. It is unprecedented for such severe accusations to be directed at India, given the profound history of ties, culture, friendship, tradition that Bangladesh and India share. So then what's really going on and what explains all of this? Who is spreading these lies? Why? Who is spreading anti-India propaganda against India in Bangladesh and beyond? India has denied the allegations circulating online, attributing the flooding to the incessant rainfall in the catchment areas downstream. However, that has done little to quell the anger in Dhaka. In fact, a minister in Bangladesh's interim cabinet has accused India of quote-unquote inhumanity for opening the gates without prior notice, he alleges. On Thursday, the Bangladesh Information and Broadcasting Advisor Nahid Islam said, and I'm quoting, India has shown inhumanity and non-cooperation by opening the dams without any advance warning, quote unquote. He is a prominent student leader of the quota reform movement. He also said, in fact, urged India to stop its anti-people policy, quote unquote. He claimed that Bangladesh's people and students were angry with this policy of India. And that's not even all. Bangladesh media are reporting that the flooding was due to, they claim, the opening of the Dambur Dam in Tripura, and as a result, protests have been held by students who have issued warnings to New Delhi. Social media is also filled with posts claiming that this was a deliberate act by India. India, in its press release, has countered this. It explained that the catchment areas of the Gomti River, which spans both India and Bangladesh, witnessed the heaviest rains of this year over the last few days. Going on to say that the flood in Bangladesh is primarily due to waters from these large catchments downstream of the dam. That's what the Indian government statement says. But that has not stopped the issue from becoming the latest flashpoint between the two sides. On the same day, Bangladesh's interim government chief advisor, Mohammad Yunus, met with the Indian High Commissioner, Pranay Verma. New Delhi described the meeting as a normal call-on. This meeting came minutes after Yunus met his senior colleagues over the unprecedented floods that the country is facing. But ahead of Yunus's meeting with the Indian High Commissioner, Bangladeshi media reported the meeting as a summoning, which, as you know, implies a stern diplomatic rebuke. But even as the anti-India sentiment exploded online, it seems, the facts were out there. The Dambur Dam is located in the northeastern Indian state of Tripura. It has a modest height of 30 meters. It is positioned 120 kilometers upstream from the Bangladeshi border. The dam is mainly used for power generation. That means it generates electricity, 40 megawatts of which is supplied to Bangladesh. Further, India has 3 water level observation sites along the 120-kilometer stretch of the river from the Dambur Dam to the Bangladeshi border at Amarpur, Sonamura and Sonamura 2. The Amarpur station is part of a bilateral protocol under which India provides real-time flood data to Bangladesh. Therefore, in the event of heavy inflow, automatic releases have been observed. To put it on record, India has stated that data on the rising water levels from Amarpur was shared with Bangladesh until 3 p.m. on August 21, after which communication was disrupted. It's because due to flooding, there was a power outage leading to communication problems. Nevertheless, communication was maintained through alternative means established for urgent data transmission. Tripura's Power Minister Ratan Lal Nath had also posted on his verified Facebook page at 6:30 p.m. on Wednesday evening that no gate of the Gumti hydroelectric project has been manually opened. He posted in Bengali saying the reservoir's capacity is up to 94 meters. Once the water level exceeds this limit, the gates will automatically release water. Conversely, if the water level drops below 94 meters, the gates will automatically close. He said that there was no reason to unnecessarily panic about this, urging the people of the concerned areas to be alert. At every point, due diligence was observed. Why is India being blamed then for the flooding in Bangladesh? In fact, floods on common rivers are always a shared problem. As noted by the MEA, it inflicts suffering on people on both sides. It requires close mutual cooperation for resolution. Bangladesh has a unique problem as far as flooding is concerned, as at least 80% of the country is floodplain. The country is densely populated and low-lying, which also makes it prone to seasonal rainfall, flooding, cyclones. In fact, every year, about 3.5 million Bangladeshis are at the risk of river flooding. So are the millions of Indians living in the flood-prone areas of India, such as Assam, Tripura, with first-hand experience in dealing with floods? Every year, India rushes to help millions of Bangladeshis stranded and displaced due to the floods. So then what's really behind this anti-India sentiment? Is it all part of a larger propaganda? You see, over the past few months, the anti-India sentiment has been brewing. Earlier this year, a group of Bangladeshis launched an India Out campaign that falsely accused India of interfering in its neighbors' politics. You see, it's not just the fake news. We are getting disturbing reports that the Hindu community is being targeted in Bangladesh. Reports about how Hindu teachers are being forced to resign from schools and colleges. Is this going to be the new normal in Bangladesh? Surely that's not what the students fought so hard for. Then who is fueling the hatred? Who is fueling fake news? Who is spreading the anti-India sentiment? Earlier this evening, I spoke with former Indian High Commissioner in Bangladesh, Ambassador Veena Sikri, to get her perspectives on the issue. Here's what she had to say.
So we're a little puzzled about this strong and very persistent anti-India campaign at the grassroots level. But maybe it's just a few vested interests, and we hope that with the active support of the interim government in Bangladesh, we'll soon be able to continue with so many of the aspects of cooperation that have started between India and Bangladesh, dating back decades, and certainly also in the last 10 to 15 years.
To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.